All right, good people. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Um, I don't know. I mean, shoot, man. I'm back with the rest of it. I guess we're gonna go ahead and say it like that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and finish this conversation. So, when we was talking about Jekyll Island before my interruption or whatever, um, we were describing how everything was transposed from one group of people into another group of people. All right, and you know, it's sad. So my dog Andrea, she left off and she said this was the last comment. Unfortunately, the enemy knows more about us than most of us do, and that's very true. So because they have made it their business to study us, um, it makes it much easier to teach us away from who we are, while the other side is learning how to dominate aspects of who we are that happen unconsciously, like our creation power. So the whole conversation we had the last live, the last half, that was without going into any type of into any type of readings. Yeah, I gotta bear with me, man. I've been going through since last night, so it's like it's catching up now. But we're gonna talk. So what I told you was this. So they found that there was a need to reform the, or they created a need to reform the banks of America. And of course, we already know that the need to reform the banks of America was only so that they can infiltrate the financial, the financial infrastructure in the American continent. That was the only reason. It's just so they can infiltrate the financial structure of the American continent. Okay? Now, let's go here. So, they like to always start with, and this is one thing that you'll notice about the agenda. They love everything to start. When it comes to us, it always has to start with something negative. Okay? Oh, the beginning of black people in America was slavery. You're dealing with liars. They're liars. That's not our beginning. I mean, we need to get that junk worked out our head because it's really not our beginning. That beginning goes to the Africans, the few Africans that they stole from their home or that were indentured servants overseas that were brought over here. Okay? They want to take those few people, maybe what they say about what over the course of time, it was over a course of like 20 years, maybe what, 3 or 4 thousand Africans, something like that. It wasn't that big of a number. It was a few. They want to take their story, because these people somewhat resemble us as far as hue. They want to take their story and broadcast their story over our entire population. The few Africans that was brought over here from Europe. The few. Okay? So now we're African Americans. Okay? There's a need to reform the system in order for them to infiltrate, in order to rob the American people of all of their value. So you gotta understand, these people coming over here with no value, limited value. You feel me? They don't have very much value to their name. So they have to go out for the king, the stuff that they did over there overseas in the Eurasian continent. They had to go out, marching out and kill other people and take their land and kill other people and take their wealth and take other people crops and take other people food. They've been doing this stuff to each other for so long. This is all they know. So they come to America with the same dynamic. We're going to take everything from those people because we poor and broke and really don't have anything in this world construct. That's why we build everything so elementary and minuscule. Everything we build is minuscule. But yet you go to the Chicago World Fair and they're putting you in front of Indian buildings, ancient architecture that our people had before these people even came on the scene. Somebody got to tell the truth to us. I mean, somebody got to. It's a lot of people out there hinting on the truth, giving little pieces of it, but somebody got to go right down the middle of the board. You ain't worried about no Shemitic, anti-Shemite, or whatever they be calling it. Anti this and anti, man, get out of here, man. Nobody care about that shit. Nobody cares about that. This is America. This ain't no damn Israel. This ain't Germany. Why do we have to keep hearing about what somebody else went through in Germany? This ain't got nothing to do with us. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you why they keep making us pay attention to that Jewish crap that they always want to keep selling us all the time about anti-Semitic and all this other crap. The reason why they always broadcasting that to us is because Hitler wrote the Mein Kampf. Okay? Adolf Hitler wrote a book, and the book was called Mein Kampf. Today, you cannot find a copy of it anywhere. There's a reason. The Jews had it eliminated. You want to know why? Because in that book, Hitler said that once the pawns of America learn what has happened. Now, when I say the pawns of America, what do I mean by that? Well, in order for America that we see today to be established, the European or the oligarch or the powers that be over Europe that time sent out a mass memo that there's free land to occupy in America. So if y'all will come over here and help us colonize America, we'll give you land. Everybody that jumped on a ship to help colonize the new world is a pawn. All of them. They're all pawns. Okay? So these were Hitler's words. I don't care if you, my family Irish, my family this, I don't give a damn. You're a pawn. Everybody, every one of you, if you're not a part of that banking elite family, you're a pawn. You were used to destroy my people. Hitler wrote a book, and the book said that once the American people realize what they have done to God's chosen people, it's going to be hell to pay. Must said, what have they done? They have stolen from God's chosen people. Then he put in there, they have stolen the Jews. All of this is a game, man. You're dealing with a bunch of people that have no power. None. They have to steal from other people. Look at the Aborigines in Australia. Look at the Aborigines that are melanated, that been there. I'm talking about been there for centuries, not no generations. Centuries they've been there. And right now, if you go up there and tell this white, say, hey, white man living in Australia, where are your people from? Oh, we were here. We're here on the body from Britain. So you're not an Australian. No, don't you tell me I'm not Australian. This is how they get. So go to these people and tell them, bro, you're not no fucking American, bro. That don't belong to you. Where your people from again? Oh, we're from Spain. You ain't American. That's not you. You don't get to claim America. The fuck wrong with you? Why I ain't never seen a group of people that want to be another person so bad. Like, why do y'all want to be us so bad? Y'all want our homes. Y'all want our food. Y'all want our way of life. Y'all want our clothes. Y'all want our women. You want our name. White people didn't have last names before they came over here. That didn't exist. This is why I need y'all. This is why it's imperative for my people to go read the history of America. These people didn't even have last names. They had no civilization. It didn't work like that. The ones who had the civilization in Europe were the Moors. The Moors were Africanized groups. They were melanated people from Africa. They were melanated people from Africa. Those were the Moors. Now, the history of the Moors, which we're going to say this briefly, but that's a whole nother conversation, is the Africanist groups of Africa were blended with an alien subspecies in order to create the Moorish groups. Bro. The truth is stranger than fiction. We done heard that all our life growing up. The truth is stranger than any fiction book you can pick up on the shelf. The truth is much heavier than any fictional book you can pick up. So when somebody come in your front, they say, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Right. You know what I'm saying? What God said, if he made known, plain, the secrets of this world, it would drive a man insane. That's what he said. It will drive a man insane, which means what? You can't handle this information if you're not God blood. It won't make sense to you. It won't. It can't. You have to. So what you get is the bastardization of information. So there are look at what happens to the people who try to go into deeper practices of magic, of alchemy, of this, of that. They go across the veil into the darkness. Look what they all get messed up. All of them, unless they got the blood. That's what Lovecraft was talking about. Okay? You got to have the right blood. If the blood ain't right, there is no savior coming for you if you're outside of the bloodline. It don't work like that. God didn't come to save the whole world. All these fake people been created, these clones, and you got androids out here and robots and all kind of different species and subspecies. You think that Christ came for all? No. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. If you're outside of the blood, you are not going to be saved. You can go to every church on the planet. It don't matter. If you're outside of the blood, there is no savior for you. Why do I say this? Because everybody outside of the blood had to steal, kill, and destroy in order to have a way of life that we all assume to be real in 2024. This whole world is built on fraudulency, killing other people, murder, genocide, misdirection, misleading, misteaching, miseducation. Everything negative is what this world is built on. Because if it was really built on higher principles, if it was really built on higher aspects, then all of these people that you see in America, matter of fact, let's bring it smaller. All of these Caucasians you see running around Pensacola, they would turn around and hand everything that they own back to them because it's about avoiding the curse. That is where Donald Trump comes in. It's a curse coming. See, you ain't been paying attention to the world. You don't get it. The memo of 2024 is what? Let my people go. Let my people go. Where have we heard that before? This is the message of 2024 that they don't want our people to catch a wind of because we're taking a run with it. Let my people go. If you don't, that ain't where it stay. Don't just stop at go. If you do not, okay. What happened in Egypt when Pharaoh decided he wasn't gonna let them people go? Okay. They call this the New Egypt, don't it? New Babylon, right? That's what they call this. New Babylon, right? Okay, so the same message still applies. Let my people go. Trump tried to give it back. Y'all cannot identify enemies. Y'all don't know what y'all don't know what an enemy is. You don't know what an enemy is. Because if you did, you'd be in the streets. We'll be in the streets in mass. We don't know what an enemy is. Trump tried to give it back. Yet you hear black women talk, oh, no, I ain't voting for that fool. That fool, they get online talking so stupid, man. Our people, we have some of the stupidest people on the planet, bro. They so stupid. You don't even know nothing about nothing, but yet you open your mouth to flap your gums. It's asinine. We can't grow. We're literally replicating our destruction through digital means and false. It's not even a real life. I don't never see nobody out there standing on no corner talking like how them people be coming out of Olive Baptist Church. They be talking on that corner. Okay, you don't see them go to jail, do you? Okay, okay. Look, the only person that I see outside on Cervantes, okay, right there on Cervantes on Saturdays. The pastor from the church down the street, he had all the boys out there in red shirts. You feel me? That's the only group of people that I see outside that look like us. You feel me? That's the only group. We don't go against the status quo. Look what happened when we had that what was that junk called for George Floyd or whatever I think it was, or when we had that thing on A Street where they did the whole the flags and that useless nonsense that didn't do anything for nobody. Yet and still we still got elders out here being put out of their houses right in front of that painted sign on the street that didn't do nothing for nobody. Just a political move, a media move so people can attach their face to it for popularity and clout. It didn't do shit for nobody. When y'all met down there at that bridge down there, look how quick them crackers came down there and closed it down. Look how quick they came. Mind you now, when Trump came down here, every white person from here all the way to Timbuktu, Alabama was down here, and they were all having meetings. You didn't see no police shutting down nothing, did you? I want y'all to wake up, man. I want y'all to wake up. During that time, there was seats in politics, in the local politics that was promised, that was never given. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff was happening just to get our people to calm down, to not rise up. Don't do that. Don't rise up. I'll take it a step further. Look what happened out west, out in the Midwest, St. Louis, when they had that riot behind George Floyd. Okay? When they had that riot and all the black people took to the street behind George Floyd, there was no group that could stop them from moving. Nobody. There was no group that could stop an event. They had police out there. They had National Guard out there. They had the military out there. They had all these different groups, and them black folks still pushing through that, headed towards D.C. You know who they called? They mamas. They called they black mamas to bring their ignorant ass out there and shut them kids down for moving towards something with actual validity. They called they black mamas out there. And they made that headline news. The black mama beating her son over the top of the head was the picture on the front page. Just ignorant. This is why I talk the way I talk. Because we spend so much time tearing ourselves down and so little time paying attention to that which will bring us up. We've been taught to do this. You feel me? And my people, we don't respond well to, hey, you know what I'm saying? This, that, you know, we got to do better, man. You know, we got to do this, do that, do that. Yeah, I mean, of course, you're going to have a few that's going to listen to you. A few may take it, you know what I'm saying? They're taking it, this, that, and the third. But here's a perfect example. Nobody knew about Charleston White. Mind you now, Charleston White done did a whole lot. He done been all through politics. He done been doing this thing all through politics. Nobody knew about Charleston White until he started acting ignorant. Until he started focusing on the men in his in his people, and then meeting them with ignorance. Then the whole world paying attention now. You see? The whole world's paying attention now. He's meeting his own people with ignorance. So the whole world is paying attention to him. You feel me? This is where we are now. This is what we do to ourselves. So these 6 men, Nelson Aldrich, Piot Andrew, Henry Davidson, Arthur Shelton, Frank Vanderlip, and Paul Warburg. Warburg, Daddy Warbucks, remember that name? Daddy Warbucks, the leadership of the game Monopoly, right? Okay, so Monopoly is about the establishment of the Federal Reserve. Mind you now, you have 4 sides, or you have different players, and one person is the bank. What bank are they talking about? All right. And showing you the breakdown of the Federal Reserve and how it moves across the nation, sweeping up properties and then and then taxing people on properties that that they have absorbed into themselves. This is the Fed. Okay, this needs to be understood. The meeting and its purpose were closely guarded secrets. Okay, these 6 people met at the JEKYLL Island Club off the coast of Georgia. You can still go there now. You can go visit that island right now. People say, the people that live there, they say that it feels, when you first get there, it seems like it's the most pleasant place in the world. But they said if you spend enough time there, things will start to not feel right. Something's wrong. Like, it's too peaceful. Okay, and we're gonna keep going. So they met off the coast of Georgia to write a plan to reform the nation's banking system. Now, mind you, yesterday we read that all the banks were healthy. They didn't need reform. And besides, if there's an issue with the banking system of America before these people, why you got to meet in secret? If there's an issue with the banking of the whole country, then the whole country knows there's an issue with the banking. What you meeting in secret for? I'm so sick of this shit. I say, bro, look. Once you see it, bro, it sparks your anger. Anger, like I told y'all the last time, This sun, when cells vibrate, when melanoma vibrate, it creates a ethereal heat. Heat. It's that heat that drives the anger. Why do you think they're always trying to change the temperature, change the weather, make it rain? Then when it's cold, when it's hot outside, they want to bring cold down. They want to, because they're trying to keep us from heating up, bro. They don't want us to. The nature is calling us, because if nature take full control of us and take us back into the space of being activated of the sun, oh, this shit is over. They can go ahead and cancel it. And our people ain't even got to know nothing. We ain't got to know nothing about no book to nothing. We just gonna move. They know. They have studied us for so long. They know how we relate to the cosmos. They know that we are the literal physical vessel for the cosmos to inhabit on this land. We're the physical vessel for the cosmos to inhabit on this. It's pure chaos. They can't control that. See, when I left y'all earlier, I was talking about the Freemasonic groups. Okay? And if you understand the Freemasonic groups move through symbolism. All right? So they move through symbolism. So one of the primary things about the Freemasonic group, one of the primary symbols is the checkered flag. Okay? And you got to understand what that checkered flag means. The checkered flag, especially when it pertains to America, it means to make order out of chaos. Okay? Now, you got to understand it's two things. There's when it comes down to playing checkers, well, we might as well say chess, because they have black and white squares. Okay? So the black squares, the dark squares, is the chaos. The white squares is the order from the chaos. So what we have here is this, because you gotta take it all the way back so it can be understood. There's nothing new under the sun. The Freemasonic groups only adopted this symbology. They didn't create it. They adopted it. So in the origin, what it meant was that melanated beings that were born of the chaotic principle have rationalized themselves enough to create peace out of chaos. Meaning, I am a melanistic being of eumelanin orient. So my melanin is always in chaos, but I can use my mind, soul, and spirit to create a shape of order. That is how we taught the world how to build cities, how to build mansions, how to build buildings and castles, and we created order out of the chaos. The world was in chaos until we created order. That is the origin of the checkered flag, of the checkered symbology. We did that. Order out of melanin. Melanin equaling chaos, which is also relative in the Hindu text of Shiva Nataraj. Okay? Because Shiva is the destroyer. Nataraj is the peace out of chaos. They're literally talking about us. Okay? This is where this comes from. This is how important we are to this landmass. This is how important we are to this dimension. We're literally the thing that's holding this thing together. It's us. It's us. The rest of the entire world takes what we create and they make spin-offs of it. So they call themselves upgrading it. For instance, we made the first boats. We were the first ones sailing the seas. The American people were the first ones sailing the seas through coming from South America over to Africa. Okay, and then also going into Antarctica. Okay, that was us. And then also we took the route going from New York over to Europe, because you got to understand the Western Hemisphere included Spain, England, France, and then it came on down. Through Italy, it came on down. Through Nigeria, Ghana, all of that is the Western Hemisphere. Go look it up. The Western Hemisphere starts overseas, and then it comes over here, because our people were doing trade in Phoenicia. We were in Europe doing trade. We were in Africa doing trade. That's how you get a lot of those people over there that kind of resemble us. When you get into Ghana and Nigeria, there are a lot of Nigerians and a lot of Ghanaians that look like American black people, because the blood is mixed. on the East Coast. Now, when you go to the West Side, Senegal, you go over there to Madagascar, over there, those people don't look nothing like Nigerians. Nigerians don't look nothing like them. They're different. It's different. What makes it different? Because our people was over there mixing with y'all people. That's why. That's what makes it different. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole nother conversation, but we have to talk about this stuff because we're so used as a people to limiting our power and our world scope and the contributions that we have made to this entire paradigm. We keep limiting ourselves. Then we let some white man come up talking about he a pioneer, lying, as usual. They don't create nothing. They steal everything. And I'm not saying this junk to be mean to people. It's the truth. They still do it to this day. They steal everything. And then what they do is they steal it from you and then cut you out of it so you never had an opportunity to take it back. They rather give it to a inmate from Venezuela than give you back what belongs to you before they stole it. They rather see an inmate from Venezuela take it because he's easier to control. He can be controlled. If you get your shit back, can't nobody control us on this world, in this dimension. We get all our stuff back there. Nobody in this world can control us and tell us nothing. We're gonna take over again. That's what they're scared of. You feel me? So people talking like this is what? Oh no, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Of course it's dangerous. Because there's 44 million of us sitting right here looking at y'all. 44 million. The only people that have numbers like how we have numbers that are not being decimated, they still having children, still doing this, still doing that. See, even in China, they not having no kids. They're becoming sterile. That's what you get when you blend the light skin with the light skin. Eventually, you're going to reach a sterile destination. For instance, if you mix a horse with a zebra, you mix a horse with a donkey, you get a jackass. A jackass is sterile. It's a hybrid. Okay? Now, look, we're coming online to understand that a lot of these people that are out here, they're hybrids. You see? They're hybrids. What is an Arab? An Arab is only a Caucasian and a Moor. Or African. That's what they are. They're African. All of them over there, if you test all their blood, it's all gonna be similar to each other. Test all the blood over there. So y'all understand there's 3 bloodlines. I keep telling y'all this, man. I keep preaching this junk over and over and over. There's 3 bloodlines on this planet. 3. You have original blood. You have AB. Now, ab, pertaining to but not. Okay? AB, kind of like but not. Original. You understand? It all comes ab original. AB and O. Ab or original. You're either the original people or you're something like it but not quite. A and B. That's it. Okay? And the A and B genome is a lot of that genome has prominent markers from a rhesus gene. That rhesus gene comes out of a certain primatic group. It's a primate group. Okay? So when you got, so back in the day when they sit up here looking at us, talking about some get out of here, porch monkey and all this other kind of stuff, they're just talking about themselves. They're literally giving you their derogatory terms and putting them on you because that's what they had to live under. You see? I'm trying to get out from under the crown. Whose crown? The Moors. The Africans. They mistreated the white people. They didn't treat them fairly. Them people that had no opportunity to come up and you had to be literally like found favor by the king. You know how rare that was? To find favor with the king? There was no success amongst their people. They had to stay down, stay on a certain level. And only a few of them got the opportunity to see. So what they did, they overthrew Europe. Okay? They rose up and they attacked the rich families, the wealthy families of Europe. They attacked. They were so great in numbers, there was nothing that they could do. The Africans couldn't do nothing. They couldn't get enough troops up there from Africa. There was nothing they could do. They were pretty much at their mercy. So instead of going out or dying all the way out, what the Moors did was they recessed and they created a new faction, which is called what? The Vatican. They hid behind religion. They hid behind religion and let the Caucasian take the face of Europe. You're going to be the face of Europe, but we still run it. That's why the Pope bowed down to a black Madonna. That's why the Pope bowed down to a black Jesus. That's why you get Vladimir Putin talking about now we're gonna worship the Black Madonna, the Black Jesus Christ. That's where you get that from. They know who in charge. They just don't let you know who in charge. You feel me? It's the Moors. The Moors run everything. The Moors then say, okay, boom, this is what we're going to do, because this is the contracts. So when you come in and you create a contract through the Ashkenazi, the Moors created the contract through the Ashkenazi. Hitler was destroying the connection to the Moors through the Ashkenazi. That's why he was attacking them specific type of Jews, because they're liars. They're not Jews. They're liars. You feel me? But in order for the plan to go correctly, they had to make the world believe that they were something that they are not. In the Bible, Revelation 3 says what? Beware, I'm come to destroy the synagogue of Satan. Those that say they are Jews, but are not. Okay, so on the world scope, those that say they are Jews, but they're not. They're not Jews, they're Ashkenazi. Go look up the word, they're Ashkenazi. It's different. They were kicked out of Russia. Russia didn't want them. Y'all get y'all ass out of here. Y'all not finna wiggle your way up into my political group and then think you finna change my country to flow all the money on the value in my country back to your hands. You got me messed up. You can get up out of here. After they got kicked out of Russia, they were then transported to Germany. That's where you get the Holocaust. Okay? Because Hitler said, hell no. Y'all not finna wiggle y'all way up into politics over here and think you finna take over my country and finesse all the value back into your land. No, ma'am. Y'all not finna do that here. So he went on a killing spree. Wouldn't you? Okay. So guess where they ended up? England. And guess where they went from there? They went west. Now, in America, we, for some strange, unknown reason, in America, now I'm gonna tell you how this go, because this don't apply to the real land, North America. It don't apply to the Indians. The Indians don't give a damn about no Jew. The Indians don't care about nothing about no Holocaust, no anti-nothing. The Indians don't care about that. That ain't got nothing to do with them. But under the contracts of the US of A, you have to pay homage to the Jew. Why? Because the Jew was given the power to do contract in order to implement those that came over here to do the destruction. The Jews were put in charge of these groups. So the group always has to pay the Jew. That's a part of the contract. So you see why so many American dollars is going towards Israel? It's contracted that way. They have to. So guess what? Now the white man in America is getting too powerful. He gonna feel like he don't want to pay the Jew no more money, right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So there's gonna be a war. For what? There's a war over who get to steal the resources from the Indians of America. A war. Because now the white man in America done set himself up to steal from us directly. He ain't got to pay nobody nothing. He steals from us directly. The only people that are required to make payments out to other countries is those people sitting in prominent seats in the Fed, in the government, because those contracts still exist. You see? They don't want to do those contracts no more. So now if you notice, what is the rest of the world doing? They're outcasting America. Why? Like, look, okay, y'all done been a superpower for too long. We done got enough of their value too. So we got just as much value from them as y'all did. Think about China. Okay? Think about China now. We done finessed enough value out of them just like y'all. So how do y'all get to be the dominant superpower? Well, the dominant superpower was based on us. Because we were the value behind the dollar. So now that we have fallen in frequency to match our enemies and the mindset, now the dollar is considered to be weak. Meanwhile, they all scratching and reaching for it at the same time. They want power and control over it, though. Man, this game is weird, man. It's a weird game. You know what I'm saying? We are playing a very, 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 very weird game. And it's a game, completely. Who can finesse them the most? You feel me? Who can finesse them out of their stuff the hardest, the deepest? You feel me? Now see, now look, now I'm gonna show you a deeper version of the trick, because like I tell my cause like you know what I'm saying, like I got people, dog, like Caucasian, Asian, this, that, and third, and I tell them all the time, I say, bro, when y'all learn what has been done to y'all, it's going to flip your mind over. When y'all learn what has been done to y'all, so that this plan can be implemented the proper way, y'all gonna go marching down. It's gonna be a sea of white folks going to D.C. I'm telling you, once they learn what's going on here, bro, it's not how they're being used, and the fact that all of their lives is on the chopping block. They're all expendable. All of these people we call neighbors and friends and people we go to school with, the Caucasians, they don't even understand. There's so much that they're still working off the old ways of keep as much from us as you can. That shit ain't gonna work much longer. It's not gonna work because you wanna know why? The rest of the world is already telling the black people, we need y'all to wake up to save we need y'all to wake up so we can save the world. If y'all don't wake up, see, the issue is the Caucasian Americans think it's them. It's not y'all. All these movies y'all put out where y'all get to be the magician and the wizard, but you always dressed in black. You always got black hair. It's not y'all. Just tell the truth. The same thing I be saying to my women. Just tell the truth. If you tell the truth, it will literally set you free. But you think that's a reality? No. You can't make somebody have accountability for their actions when they're steady trying to dodge the bullet. It won't happen. These Caucasians, they're not going to take accountability for what their parents did, what their forefathers did, what they signed the contracts to do to get into this country to provide this great life that y'all now have in America. That's not going to last too much longer. It won't last. You feel me? You got to understand, when they're bringing these people, these foreigners from across seas to come into our world, they're bringing them here to decimate the black people. They have no type of allegiance to us. They don't care. Look at what they did out west in Aurora. They went to the black neighborhood now, the lower income, took over the apartment complex from the people that was already living there. Them black folks. Do you really? Let me ask you this question. No, I'm gonna say I just want to get y'all understanding on this. Let's be honest now. If that was happening to an entire group of Caucasian people, let's keep it a buck. If that was actually happening to Caucasian people, the National Guard would have been there in a week. 3 days. They would have been surrounded by SWAT. Okay, you understand me? Oh, no, we ain't doing that. What? You think they finna let them come up in here and run down on the Caucasian? Man, come on, brother. As soon as 2 or 3 elder Caucasians would have called the police, hey, man, what is going on? We got guns and this, that, and the third, and XYZ. Man, the SWAT would have ran down on that whole apartment complex. You wouldn't even know anything of that. Junk would have never even existed. They would have snuffed it out before it even had a chance to gain momentum. Snuffed out. You ain't, no. We ain't, no. You're already getting off to the wrong foot, because I'm going to tell you why. If you let those people come into this country and attack white people and get away with it, they're not going to stop, because they already know who's holding the most value. We spend the most value. The white people got more valuable things like boats and cars and phones, and they got gold stuff in their house, and their houses got antiques and paintings and this and that. All the stuff that stole, Indian artifacts and things that they amassed over time. My great granddaddy gave me this and all this other kind of stuff. They're holding all the value. They're holding it. So you come down here and you let a white apartment complex get ran into by a Venezuelan gang and nothing happens. Oh God, it's over. They'll never let that happen. But when it comes down to melanated people, oh, do your thing. Yeah, go ahead and do your thing. We need to put the fear of God in them. We need to go ahead and get them in line. We need y'all to make them. It's a hot potato. Why is it a hot potato? Think about it. Why is it a hot potato? Why would you go get somebody else to come here from somewhere else to do what you could have been done this whole time? Y'all been lynching us. Y'all been what? Burning us, shooting up our churches, setting our houses on fire. Y'all been doing this junk for eons. It was a dude that got lynched. What was that? 2021 in Mobile, Alabama. That was just 3 years ago. So you guys are still capable of doing what you've been doing all through our history. Why do you need another group to come do it? Because there are spiritual ramifications for messing with God's people. That's why. You see, when they first came over here to do genocide to us, they had no knowledge of that. But now, through gaining all the understanding, gaining and taking away the what's the word? They took the information from the Indians, okay? Now they've come to understand that there are ramifications for messing with God's people. You'll never have another baby again. This is the reality. Your bloodlines will literally end for messing with God's chosen people. Who can finesse them? No. You say get. Hold on, wait a minute, cause I can't see my comment. Ron, you say get a bag and I'll feel different. You say get. How long? I'm trying to follow you on that one, bro. Ron, you say get a bag and I'll feel different. Get a bag of what? How long? I'm trying to follow you on that one, bro. Ron, you say get a bag and I'll feel different. Get a bag of what? How long? I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying, cause I'm just not seeing any comments, man. Get a bag of what, bro? I done had bags over and over and over and over and over, bro. That ain't nothing, bro. The money is devaluing because it's not real money, bro. It's Federal Reserve notes, man. Y'all gotta hear me now. Hear what I'm saying to you. These are Federal Reserve notes. It's not real money. Look. Let me break it down for you. When somebody give you an illusion appears real. It feels real. It smells real. It looks real, but it's still an illusion. And there are going to be a few people, like mind you, now put in perspective. You know what I'm saying? The Wizard of Oz. Out of everybody that was following Dorothy around, the only one that could see that it was smoke and mirrors was the smallest one out of the group. Okay, you had the Tin Man, you had the Lion, you had the Scarecrow, you had Dorothy herself, and who else? You had the Good Witch of the East and all that. The only one that showed them that this was all smoke and mirror, it's a game, was the dog. So what they told you, the Scarecrow ain't had no brain. He couldn't think. You feel me? He looked like a man to me. He walking around like a man, right? He couldn't think. He had no brain. Then you come over here to the Tin Man. He can't feel because he ain't got no heart. Look how our people destroying ourselves, man. We'll get up here. I got my own family to turn around and talk about me behind my back, bro. That's what you talking about. And this jump been happening over and over and over and over and over. Man, I've been living it. Why you think I don't come around? You think I don't know? You think somebody just don't, man, come on, man. We got to do better, bro. That's why I be saying, like, we keep trying to steer each other down lanes. I get what you're saying, bro. Go out here and kill yourself and go get a bag trying to be like them. This is not the way that we're going to turn our whole world around, bro. You're not, the houses that we gain in one by one, that has no comparison to the land that big granny's mama owned that was stolen from her by the, what they call out there in Molino. Okay? Al Capone. They came down to Pensacola from Chicago and forced people off their land. The land was the money. You feel me? I done had plenty of money, bro. That ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? I do these houses, man, $5,000, $10,000, $12,000. I get that at one time. That is still don't equate to the value of my people, dog. They can never pay me enough money for what they did to my forefathers. Never. They can never pay me enough money. Never. You understand? We have to do things different because the true value is in us being together. If I got a bag, if you got a bag, if he got a bag, she got a bag, fuck the money. It ain't about the money. It's the fact that our family member can come together and do something with it. That's what's important, bro. The coming together part. Anybody can go stand alone and have a whole bunch of money by themselves and tuck it under their arm and tell everybody, oh, no, you better go get you some. Come on, man. It's weak. We playing a weak game, bro. It's just time for something different. We're in a different timeline. You feel me? Instead of telling somebody to go get a bag, include with your bag. Hey, man, come over here and come do this. Hey, bro, I need you to come do this, man, so I can. bless some of this money on you. Boom. Now, we got 2 of our people as family working together. Now, what's going to happen? Okay, boom. Let's say, for instance, we doing whatever. We building cars, whatever. Okay, my dog Ron got the bag. He said, boom, I need somebody to come work for me to do this. I know how to do the work. Okay, hey, Cuzzo, come over here. Let me hire you. Okay, that money just cycled twice between our community. Twice. Now, what Cuzzo supposed to do? Cuzzo supposed to say, all right, man, I got a bunch of little cousins around here. I need some help. Okay, shit, let me go get 2 of them and bring them on with me because they my family. Like, they're my little cousins and they want to learn what I'm doing and they trying to do that, man. We could build a community. All right, y'all, two little cousins, come on. Now that money just flipped 4 times in our family and it didn't even leave. You understand what I'm saying? But now that ain't what we doing, man. We would rather try to go get a little bit of something and then feel bigger than the person that got less than us. That's the game we play. That's the game we play. Oh, you don't understand this lane I'm in? You don't understand? Oh, well, you better figure it out because there's money over here. Like, man, what the hell good is that doing anybody, man? What good is that? What I'm doing on here, this is the stuff that God brings to me. I read books, go around, we don't take this as if it's nothing that's valuable. Because we can't see past the game. We can't see past it. We all trying to fit into the game. Everybody trying to go get the best job. Creating competition among ourselves for some nonsense when we still got to sit up here and answer to the cracker for the work. That don't even make sense. So we got to go out here and compete with other people. Like, for what? We at home, bro. The reality is we're at home. And the other reality is the other nations was coming to us for work. You want to know why? Because if JB got money, JB finna put his whole family on before a foreigner can come over there asking for anything. Those are the rules. Now look at what's happened to us. We try to go to any of the foreigners to try to get work. They gonna put their whole family on before they offer us anything. You understand me? They're living under our rules and we trying to play a game to fit in with them. This shit crazy. It's backwards and it's crazy. And that's the reason why we can't grow as a people. That's why we don't hold on to nothing. That's why we got people over us that don't understand value. They don't understand wealth. So every time somebody die, they dissipate the whole, because they don't know nothing. They're ignorant. That's what I'm saying. So it takes for the spirit to come in and say, look, listen, man, your elders been compromised. They can't think. They can't feel. They don't know nothing. Y'all gonna have to go around them to get some type of validity for your people. You're gonna be wiped out. And if you don't believe me, just watch. Watch what's gonna happen to these black families. People still claiming their status as black. People still running around this mud like they African Americans for real. Watch what's gonna happen. I'm telling you, straight up and down, it is not gonna be the world that you think it's gonna be. It's gonna be hell on earth for black people. Once that button is pushed, because we're not far from that. Once that button is pushed, that bag won't mean nothing. I'm letting you know that now. That bag don't mean nothing when you go to somebody try to buy something and they say no just because you're black. They used to do that in California. Okay? You got to understand, like, all this stuff ain't nothing new. They had neighborhoods they were built in California, and in the rules of the neighborhood, you are not to sell to no black person. I don't care how much money they got. Don't sell it to them because we don't want them in our community. You understand? This junk crazy, man, and it's time for us to do something different. That's all I'm saying. It's time for us to do things different. We look at each other, we got this negative outlook. Oh man, we so quick to do that at each other. You know what I'm saying? But let a war pop off in this country. Who you gonna be looking for? A stranger? So-called friends? Fuck out of here, man. They gotta take care of their own family. We doing this junk so backwards, bro. That's all I'm saying. I don't really care what nobody do, bro, because I'm living my life on my own. You know, just like Ron, you live your life on your own. Andrea, you live your life on your own. I really could give a fuck what y'all do. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care because it don't affect my life in one way or the other every day. However, I have been given a gift on my heart that's been there since I was a child, but I can't get rid of it, to extend myself to my people, because it's going to take more than just me alone to make the change happen. See, anybody that wants some type of political shift, they pool their money together. They come together. Okay? Oh, this person got the money. Okay, cool. This person got the wisdom. Okay, cool. This person knows how to go get a grant or knows how to do this. Okay, cool. We're going to pull all these people in together. Everybody's valuable, not just the nigga with the money. Everybody's valuable. You understand what I'm saying? When you go into a church house, you can't tell a church house, tell a preacher he ain't valuable because he asking you for tithes. So you tell him he's not valuable no more? Oh man, the pastor ain't got no bag, man. I ain't listening to him, man. Pastor ain't got no bag. How about pastor don't live for that? What? How about y'all go listen to Pastor Darby, Preacher Darby, the one they killed? Go listen to the bishop, Pastor Darby, and listen to his messages and his sermons. Listen to him. They killed him. Go listen to his sermons, man. He trying to set his people free. It was not about no money. Y'all need to know this, because this is the reason why so many of our men are in prison. So many of our children die before they reach the age of 20. This is why we got so many mothers dying in hospitals that they really should not be in. If you knew the history, we had one, look, from the time the Caucasian, from before the Caucasian got here, till now, till they came in to set up the nursing, we never had a baby die. We never lost a mother on an operating or a delivery table. None of that. We never lost one after they got here. One. But we had doulas and mothers that would come in to help people give birth to children. They never lost a child. Then as soon as the cracker get over here, now all of a sudden all our babies are dying. All our women dying. Everybody we sent to the hospital dying. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm not advocating for nothing. I don't need y'all to do nothing for me. I don't need nobody to give me no money. I don't need nobody. If it's like this, you feeling generous, you see at the bottom, you feeling generous, shit, bless your boy. I'm not begging you for no, I don't need that, bro, because I'm already on my own mission. The only issue is you can't go nowhere alone. It don't work like that. The rules have been set up different than that. So it is important that our people understand the blockages that have been set up to keep us from connecting together. You feel what I'm saying? To keep us from connecting. How many times I came around my grandma, bro? Every time I come around my grandma. Son, you better get your life right. I be like, Granny, man, I don't want to hear that, man, Granny, man. But she was speaking the truth. You better get your soul right. What does that mean? You better get your soul right. What that mean, Granny? You better go over there and get saved. You better go over there and do this, that, and third. But that's not what it meant. That's what she knew. But she was absolutely right with what she was saying. Get your soul right. But the only thing she knew was to go through the church. Because my grandma, she didn't study the history outside of that. She only studied the history of the Bible. You feel me? Which is limited in itself because she does not understand the world around her. You feel me? So I would ask my grandma like, hey, who, Big Granny, who was her sisters and brothers? We don't know them. I hardly ever heard a name. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know their name. Like, who was my great grandmother's sisters and brothers? Because she had a lot of them. I don't even know their name. See, this type of stuff is important. You feel me? Then, okay, cool, no problem. So what were their parents? Who were their parents before them? And who were their parents before them? And what did they have? What were they doing? Because I've never heard no elder person in my family say that, man, when we came out of slavery, not one. And I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to hear that. I ain't never heard it. When we came out of slavery. When such and such and them came out of slavery, I ain't never heard that, man. We was never no slaves, dog. We weren't slaves. My cousin right now, last name Wingate. You feel me? Got a cousin right now, last name Wingate. You come to Florida and if you understand the history of this area, the Wingates were a multi-million-dollar melanated family. They were black people. They had all kind of land out there in Warrenton. You don't mix that type of stock with nothing or a slave. That's not the stock you mix with a slave. The ownership to a thing doesn't mix the same stock with the help down there. It don't work like that. You feel what I'm saying? And thinking that you're gonna cross platform. No, the Wingates were all wealthy. All of them. The Stallworths, the same thing. The Fountains, The same thing. The Youngs, the same thing. The Richardsons, the same thing. It's like, bruh, what happened? Well, when you teach people away from financial structure, when you teach people how to look at money wrong, how to look at themselves wrong, how to look at their world wrong, you lose everything. There's nobody to maintain it because people they're not being taught how to maintain wealth. Because they don't even know they got it. How the hell we spend the most money every year, but we the brokest people on the planet? That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense at all, man. I'm just being honest with you now. This straight up and down. This, you know what I'm saying? You my people, man, bro. I love you. That's why I'm doing this. Because it's love for my people, the reason why I'm doing this. You feel me? We have to turn the leaf over. There's a call to turn over the leaf. You know what I'm saying? What I have in my life, transparency. This is what I got in my life. I have women that don't want to work with me. I have women that, you know what I'm saying, that they find reasons to hate me for whatever reason. And they go out here in the world and talk about me, about all this stuff come back to me, man. I don't care. It don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? What matters is, where are the children headed? What can daddy do that's going to leave something for them to not have to go through what I went through? That's what it's about. You feel me? So I have to bypass the mothers. Our women have been compromised, bro. They've been compromised. The majority of our women have been compromised. That was already a thing from back then. They done been compromised. You feel me? I got cousins right now that tell you how many of the men we know in our family grew up, us growing up, they was following the women. Whatever the women said, that's what went down. The household was controlled by the woman. This was that, this was that. And look where it ended. Look how many of those same women right now are single. Okay? In relationships with men that are they broke down, their bodies don't work, they broke all up, they hurting, we saw this junk growing up, man. This is what we saw. It's just time for something new, bro. It's time for something new. I'm ready for something new. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for something new. I'm just ready for something new. So I make the moves to do something new. Change my racial code. Change my status on this thing. I'm not black. I'm not even listed as black no more. I'm not black. I don't know. You won't classify me like that no more. I'm not black. Fuck black. You will not sit up here and call me indigenous. Like I don't have no forefathers and I don't belong nowhere because I'm black. African American, I don't belong to nobody. I'm just out here just floating around because I don't have no nation to back me up. I'm black. They're literally giving you their story while at the same time taking your land from you, taking your value, assuming your value. They're assuming themselves as your value. So now you get German people coming to America talking about they from the Choctahatchee tribe. Man, come on, man. And on the same certificate, the certificate of naturalization, they call themselves Cherokee. But then when you look down at their race of origin, it say German. How? In 2 years, this is going to be the mainstream topic. I swear. In 2 years, this will be the mainstream topic. In 2 years, this is going to be mainstream. This is going to be absolutely mainstream. The only issue is, as usual, our people will be behind the wave. As usual. But in 2 years, they won't be able to stop this information from coming forward unless they completely shut down this false government. This false internet. You know what I'm saying? Which they already did that in Brazil. They turned off the internet. The people couldn't even make videos. They couldn't connect with each other. Nothing. They turned the whole internet off in Brazil while the military and the police force of Brazil was beating up all the melanated people, beating them out the city. See, we don't understand what's going on. The world used to be our business. The world flowed according to our mentality. It used to be our business to understand what was going on in the world around us. Now we could care less as long as we got $50 in our hand. We can care less as long as we're making a little money. You understand? So we have literally allowed money to become the root of our evil. We don't understand. We have allowed money to become the root of our evil because we don't understand. Anyway, man, listen. I got some running to do. I got to go out of time stuff. I had to come finish this. It still ain't done. You know what I'm saying? We still ain't done because I still have to tell y'all about the Indian groups and what happened on JEKYLL Island. It's important. The Indian groups and what happened on JEKYLL Island is of the utmost importance because then we're going to start getting into rituals. We're going to start getting into blood sacrifices of the Indian groups. We're going to start, you're going to understand the infrastructure of JEKYLL Island and how it was built and what it was built to do and why they chose JEKYLL Island out of all places in America. Bro, it's going to make sense. We're going to keep going forward with this one, man, because this is interesting. I'm learning right along with y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm pulling this stuff up too, and it's just flooring me. It's flooring me. Once you can see through it, you can't hide it no more. See, the issue is what they say. They studied this scientifically, that they know that the hardest thing for a person to do is think. People would much rather have somebody tell them what to think than to think for themselves because it's easier. You understand? People would much rather somebody tell them what to think about than to think for themselves because it's easier. It's easier to just go along and get along and be a part of the crowd. It's easy. That's easy to do. That's so easy to do. I only do this because I love y'all, man. That's real. I only do this because I love y'all, man. I love my people. There's no people on this planet like my people, bro. Nobody. I love my people with the entirety of my being, bro. And I mean that. Now you're going to have people coming forward talking about we all one and all this other kind of science, whatever they can try to put over it to try to include. Nah, we ain't doing that no more. Ain't no more inclusion. Nigga, it's separation. I don't want to be around y'all. Y'all don't do things right. Y'all got my people building houses out of squares and rectangles. But if you look at our old architecture and the way we put things together, the way we do things, we are so magnificent. The world can never limit us down, man. We have to limit ourselves for them to keep up. We got to limit ourselves down so they can keep up. Sickening. Anyway, dog, listen. Finna go ahead. I got some things to go handle, man. I wanted to come through and finish this for y'all so y'all can, you know what I'm saying, take this into the weekend. You know what I mean? So I got to go get packed up so I can head out, man. But I love y'all, and I'm going to be back on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We got the Beauty and the Brain show on Sunday right here on WPMM. So y'all make sure y'all tune in because, you know what I mean, like Moby kind of set the dynamic of that show. She set the topics and everything for that show. So it's going to be interesting, bro. But y'all stay tuning in with me, man, because I'm doing this every day, bro. I'm doing this every single day till I go get my bag, like my dog Ron say. Finna go get that bag, you feel me? I'm doing this every single day, man, because it's going to take this in order to, A, get this information across, and B, for people to start feeling like they can understand the changes. You got to start changing your life, even if it's a minuscule amount. You feel me? What is Social Security? What is the Federal Reserve? What is the Senate? What is that? Why does that exist? Who created it? It's important. Okay? So dig deep. Keep your melanation at the top. Keep your pineal gland open so you can see. And always, always, always love the skin you in, bro. I'm going to let y'all later on, man. Love y'all. Peace.